What is shaking? It's Monday. Brent Joins, number 84 in your program, number one in your hearts, our favorite tight end around these parts to help us make sense of what happened yesterday in Tampa as the 49ers fall 30-19, I believe it was. They lost, so I was like, I think I know what the score is. I don't even care. They lost the game, so it doesn't make that big a difference. But I don't know. I was like, fuck, Fred Warner now? I mean, come on. I mean, how many more punches can these guys take?
Yeah, it's almost like it doesn't even feel like it's real. I was watching the game, the whole family. Fred goes down, and I kind of just like zoned out. In my mind, I was thinking, like, how can we fix this? What? And I think I came to the conclusion right away that we ain't fixing that. Like, that ain't happening.
We ain't fixing that one. That one's busted.
I was watching the game, but it was like an out-of-body experience because I couldn't get over the fact that this season that had so much promise, we've been decimated like no team has before. Like, this is ridiculous.
I know. You think of all the salary on the shelf this week. I mean, you figure second half this week, you had Fred Warner, one of the, if not the highest paid linebacker. Nick Bosa, one of the highest paid defensive ends. Brandon Ayuk, probably top 10, 12 paid receiver. Kittle, one of the top 2 or 3 paid tight ends. And then Pearsall, Missy Purdy. You know, I don't know if he's one of the top paid quarterbacks, but he's making a boatload of money. It's insane to think that I mean, it's just body blow after body blow after body blow. And still, Brent, even at that, I thought when they were down 8, when McLaughlin missed a field goal, I go, oh, they're going to come back down tied up. That's the way their games have been going. That's the way Tampa's games have been going, and just a little too much. It would help if you didn't false start on a 4th and 1. I mean, it would really help if you give your team a chance to get that 4th and 1 instead of making it 4th and 6, and give Tampa credit. They made plays, but
yeah, it would be good to not jump off sides, but at least you didn't give up some sacks and pressure. Oh, wait, no. Well, moving on.
moving on.
You know, we've talked about this a couple times, and we've kind of given the offensive line time to sink, get in cohesion, get their legs under them, and start developing and creating some holes.
Yeah.
But it feels like we're moving backwards in the interior 3, and our tackles have been okay. And it's weird you're saying Trent Williams has been okay, but I think he gave up a couple sacks yesterday, and he hasn't been the Trent Williams that we've seen. But that interior center and 2 guards has been a little problematic, and I thought it was exposed more yesterday against Tampa, which is
I mean, Vita Vea is like a mountain with feet.
He is a big old boy.
Oh my God, that guy is just absolutely massive. I thought, look, we went over it yesterday. We said the 4 plays of the game were Pooney's false start, the 2 turnovers by Mac Jones where the coverage fooled him. I think the first one it fooled Bourne too, and they weren't on the same page. The second one fooled him. That was on him. But then maybe number 1 was the Baker Mayfield scramble on 3rd and 14. It just can't happen. Now, you could say if Fred Warner's in there, that doesn't happen, but I don't care who's in there. That shouldn't happen. And then touchdown 2 plays later.
Yeah, no, he flicked off that sack like it was just like he was Josh Allen. He's Baker Mayfield. It's like, come on.
Yep.
I know Baker's good, but he's not the strongest, most physical quarterback. And to do what he did, like I just got up and walked out of the room at that point. I was mad. Like it was it was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Was that? And I get it. We didn't wrap up yesterday particularly well on a few occasions, but the other team's quarterback. And this is, I mean, I'm talking about a game where I almost barely paid attention after Fred Warner got hurt because I was trying to figure out the future. But I will say our guys kind of fought. Speaking of fighting, what's up with our wideout arguing with with Kyle in the middle of the game where we've lost our best player? Like Juwan Jennings. Like, dude, I've been one of your biggest fans for a couple years, but don't go down this path. We don't need a Punk. We don't need a guy. We don't need an AJ Brown. That is just in the midst of the battle yesterday. And I don't know all the stuff that's going on. Maybe you had many looks, but our best player is out for the year, 30 minutes prior. You cannot do that. We cannot be that guy. That is going to dissolve this team. And this team has some pretty good togetherness, but Juwan started, training camp, all of a sudden last minute holdout, banged up, not playing this, that, the other thing. It's like, dude, you're losing value. Maybe you think you're going to create value. No, you're losing millions by the day. Snap out of it and get back to old Juwan Jennings. That's the guy we need right now. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't need the Juwan Jennings that thinks he's, a number one or number two guy. And did he put up great numbers last year? Yes. Guess what? He put up great numbers for a team that won 6 games. Yeah. All right. You can put up numbers for a team when they win. But no, I like Juwan Jennings, but I agree with you on that. That just can't happen. I mean, this team, the one thing this team has going for it is its togetherness, is its fight, is its determination. Yep. They've showed that, and it can't start with people. And again, we could be wrong on this. It could be totally something else. But in general, you can't fall apart and start being selfish and and I want to make it clear, I'm not saying that's what that is. I'm just saying if it kind of looked like it, if it isn't, whatever. But you can't. That's your number one asset right now is like the belief you guys have in one another, the fight you guys have, the foxhole mentality that this team has. You lose that, you can start losing a few games. But look, reinforcements are coming back, Brent. I mean, there's a good chance you could get Kittle back, a good chance you could get Purdy back. I'm not sure about Pearsall, maybe Ayuk in early November sometime. So just hang in. Hang in there. The schedule's doing you a huge favor right now. You've won some close games. You've fought. That was a good team lost to. You could have been healthy and lost to that team yesterday. So there's no shame in that. And they battled. So I still think they're in great shape as long as they stick together.
I think looking at it right now, I'm not looking at the big picture. I'm going to shrink the picture a little bit and say, I want this team to show the fight that they've shown these first 5 games, 6 games, and I want to see some of the younger guys continue to improve on defense. I think we're seeing a little bit with Michael and Alfred. And we're going to have some other guys step up. We're going to have to create some more pressure. We're going to have to make sure our defensive backs are in the right spot, and we can't have blown coverages. We saw it a few times yesterday, and I get it. Fred's the guy. He's lining people up. He's telling them where to go. He's telling them what to do. He all of a sudden was gone. But the schedule and the players that are coming back should give us an opportunity to fight and make the playoffs. And at that point, we'll reassess and figure out how we look and what our goals are. But I do think the trade for a premier defensive end is off the table. I do think we're going to have to do it with the guys that we got. And I think that we need to keep this locker room upbeat. I'm sure it was a down place to be today. That's just the way it is when you lose one of your Warriors. And they've lost 2 on defense now, our top 2, which is really rough. But we have some guys coming back on offense. And so our offensive line
hold on a second. Before you keep going, I got to ask you, what makes you think a trade for defensive ends off the table now?
Because I think that I think having Fred off off the field now changes everything. I don't think one guy is going to change the dynamics of defense. In fact, I'd rather trade for a veteran linebacker or two.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do to try to ball. Like, we haven't seen Martin yet, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. And I mean, it's so scary when you're a healthy scratch, which means either you're not doing something that they want you to do, or you're not. I'm sure he's capable of it, but he's got to learn. So maybe we'll find out how good he is and what he can contribute.
Yeah.
Yesterday we said this is going to have to be an offensive team now. It
is.
can no longer. And the defense wasn't great. It was good, and it hung in there and made some plays and was getting better. But he just lost two of the best players at their respective positions in the NFL. So a rookie's going to have to get better, of course. But you know what? Give me 28 points a game. Give me 30 points a game. When Purdy comes back and Ayuk comes back and Kittle and McCaffrey, I mean, all the receivers they have now, there's no reason this offense can't be one of the better offenses in the league.
It ought to be. And the model is last year's Lions team. They lost Hutchinson. He was their stalwart. He was their Fred Warner, and their defense sucked for most of the season. But they still made it into the playoffs and had a shot. So it's because they were lighting it up on the offensive side of the ball, and the team was cohesive. They were strong. They battled their butts off. We have that same type of locker room, and that's why I got so fired up at the Juwan Jennings thing. It's like, dude, now is not the time. This is the worst time to be doing that. It is not okay. It is not okay to be in the NFL, to be on the San Francisco 49ers and pull that crap. That's just so, like, especially from a guy that hasn't been that way.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. What do you think? So we were watching it yesterday, and remember when Tolbert got hurt, we're going to get there. Salah's going to have to maybe blitz a little bit more, figure some stuff out. Now without Warner, maybe even going to have to do a little bit more of that. He still doesn't like to blitz, but when he blitzed, a couple of times he's blitzed, once in LA, once in Tampa, they got burned on it. The guys just didn't pick up, what they were supposed to be doing. And I think it was Winters yesterday that when the receiver went in motion, he was supposed to bump out. At least Bergie was telling me that's the way it works on defense. You got to just communicate. And he stayed there with the guy in the flat. Guy ran right by him, touchdown. And it's like, I don't know if that's why they don't blitz, if the communication, if maybe Salah just says, you know what, we can get home, and I like to have the back intact. But they're gonna have to get a little funky on defense now and mix it up a little bit, because it's I mean, hey, you just lost like not your two best guys on defense, two of the best guys in the NFL at those positions on defense. So I mean, it is what it is. It's the NFL, right? Everybody says next man up, and it is next man up. But when you're not in it, you're like, well, yeah, next man up. I mean, if Steph Curry got hurt, I'd say next man up.
It sounds good, but
it sounds great. It sounds great in theory, right? It's like, you know what? Oh, no, I was going to make you guys dinner tonight, and I just dropped the filet mignon in the dirt. I'm just going to use dog food. Next meet up.
Let's meal up, baby.
Let's meet up. Let's put that in there and see what you guys think about that. God. I'm going to use Alpo in the meatloaf. How's that work for you? Oh, man.
I've been thinking through it all day, and I think we got to take baby steps. I mean, you can't talk your way out of this one. You can't say the right thing and think, hey, yeah, we're going to be good. I think it's little incremental steps. Let's get guys better. Let's get our guys that are hurt back and healthy, and let's compete. The other thing going for us is our schedule. And we've already beaten our division opponents once. It puts us in good position. So there's a lot of things that can still go right. It's just going to look and feel different, quite honestly. But let's not jump off the bridge just yet, because I think that there's a lot of fight in this team, and I think it's a well-coached team. I think there's some good things happening the younger guys getting better each week has been overshadowed now by Fred and Bosa on the defense, but they've still done some good things. There was a few breakdowns yesterday, but I mean, given the situation, that was probably expected to happen.
Yeah. And look, they're in great shape. They're 4-2. They're 3-0 in the division. They're right at the top of the division with the Seahawks and the Rams. And look, this is they've had these injuries. What's Kittle played a quarter?
Yeah.
I mean, Brock's played a couple games. So I mean, I could go through them all, but they've been missing guys, and they're still 4-2. Mac Jones has been fantastic. Had a couple of throws that again, the coverage I think fooled him. But he made some really nice throws yesterday. Really nice throws. The rookies are getting better. So where they're at now doesn't mean that's where they're going to be in 4 or 5 weeks. So I'm still pretty optimistic about where this team's at, where they stand. If they were 2-4, okay, maybe we're talking a much different ball game because the spirits are.
Podcast is over for the year.
Yeah. Brent, thanks for having me, everybody.
It's
a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. But I still think they're in really good. It would have been nice to that's just not the way it worked out. But it'd have been nice to have a bye early this year to kind of catch your breath a little bit and let some of these guys heal. But it's the luck of the draw. But I still feel like, hey, these guys are full of fight and they're right where they need to be to put themselves in position to get to the playoffs or at least make that surge. I do. Maybe I'm overly optimistic, Brent, but I still feel good about where this team's at.
It is. I'm gonna highlight 2 positives. One's obvious. Mac Jones having a backup quarterback that can play and win games is huge. We would have never known about Jake Tonjes if George hadn't gotten hurt. He's been a stud. I mean, quite honestly, he's kind of the man that nobody's aware of, and he's been making big catches, big plays for us. And I think those are 2 big positives down the stretch because there's teams that do not have a backup quarterback that can win for them, and there's no hope. And we saw a few on display yesterday, and so you need to have that, and that can win you a couple games down the stretch if you need it. And I still feel like weirdly, I woke up today positive, not unrealistic, not saying, well, next dog food up. But we're gonna figure out a way. I really feel with the guys that we have in that locker room.
Well, I mean, you look at not just the young guys along the defensive line. We don't know what Martin could be 3 weeks from now. Green is still a really young guy. I mean, he's a young guy. Siegel, I thought, has played really well this year at safety. He's a young guy. I mean, I still, even though the defense is, taking an absolute beating, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know if you agree with this, but I agree the offensive line, they need to just figure out a way to pick it up. And look, Tampa's good. You're not going to run against Tampa. Nobody runs against Tampa because they got Vea in the middle. But, I mean, McKibben's got put on his ass a couple times yesterday. And and look, I know they signed him to the long-term deal, but it wasn't for a lot of money. So that's what you get. I mean, it's getting really good tackles. If everybody could, they would. It's hard to get guys that are that big, that are that skilled. But somehow, some way, I mean, Kyle's the one that apparently has kind of decided, hey, I can coach these guys up. I don't need high picks for offensive linemen. And that's fine, but you better be able to do it. And so far, the offensive line, I wouldn't say they're a shining star on the team so far. They've been okay. They haven't been terrible, but, they've been okay.
They've been okay. There's been a few moments a few key moments where they haven't been great. And in general, McCaffrey's running too hard to get 3 yards of carry. There's not enough holes in there, not enough drive, not enough push. Feels like we're on the receiving end of the physicality right now. And that hasn't really been the case over the years. And even if we've had some weakness at some pass blocking spots, we've always been able to crush people in the run game. And right now we're not doing that.
McCaffrey can't even get to the line of scrimmage before he gets hit.
I know.
I mean, I bet you his yards before contact is one of the fewest in the league. It has to be. Like, he just has no space. He's one of those guys. Give him a couple yards, he'll get you 5, maybe more if he busts it. But man, he's got to fight like through the muck just to get to that first yard, and it's exhausting.
It's exhausting. Is exactly right. You feel worn out, and you know how many hits he's taken in there. It's not what we need for.
No, they don't need games where Brian Robinson Jr. doesn't touch the ball on the offensive end. They actually had him returning a kick yesterday, which I thought was kind of odd. When they got Brian Robinson Jr., I thought, well, that'll be good for McCaffrey because they'll be able to spell him a little bit. Hasn't quite worked out that way.
Yes. Speaking of returning kicks, how about Sky? Less is more. Like, please.
I mean, come on, bro.
Let the ball go.
Twice he did it.
Like, the first one is standing at the one. Okay, that's really bad. But backing up with all your momentum going backwards to the 2, like, come on.
He's done it 3 times minimum this year. Like, are you mathematically challenged? You know what they should do? They should kick him punts, right? Kick him punts. Have him start at the 8 and then get one of those invisible fence collars and put him on him like a dog.
A doggy collar.
Have the 5-yard line. 5-yard line be the shock zone. So he's backing up, right? He's like backing up. It's like like that'll try. Boom. Like you will learn at that point. Or something. Put a whole bunch of tacks on the ground. So when he backs up, he steps on the tack. Like, I'm fucking sick of that. Like, I'm just sick of the stupidity. You're an NFL football player. You're playing football at the highest level, and you're catching punts at the 2. You're backing up and catching them at the 2. You're catching them at the 1, which, oh, by the way, ended up being a safety in a game. You were lucky to come back and win that game, but I hate it because that doesn't take skill to do that. It doesn't take skill to think unless you just can't think. And I can't imagine if you play in the NFL, you're that stupid. Although there may be a few guys out there. I think there are in basketball. But anyway, you just you can't. I mean, we're not asking a lot of you. Just do the simple things. And he couldn't even do the simple things.
I like the collar. I was thinking of like tasing a guy when he comes off to the sideline.
I like it.
The old tase.
I'm with it.
The dumb play tase. You get a shot.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm good. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I
would have tased Pooney yesterday too when he jumped off. Like, bro.
No, somebody did tase him. That's why he jumped off. He needed not to tase him. Yeah, that was like, well, Mac Jones didn't even get up to the line of scrimmage. And he jumped. I'm like, where are you going? Your quarterback's not even up here. What are you doing?
Yeah. So there's a few points we need to work.
Yeah, go ahead. I got to figure out what's happening to my screen here.
What's up with your screen? You see my name today? I'm IR.
But no, I can't. I never look.
Because there's not. I just see it pop up. I don't usually see it till toward the end of the show, but
my screen's like going dark on me, and I don't know if it's because I'm outside. Crap! I may have to do this like.
Is that cold where you are right now?
No. I'm not cold. I'm not cold.
Well, you got that monster sweater on.
I know. Well, that's a Big Lebowski sweater.
Oh, get out of here!
That's a Big Lebowski sweater. Okay. All right, now I've hit like this. My screen's like black, so I hit a button, and I'm at the home screen. I can't even see you right now. I don't even know if we're on the air. I don't even know if we're on the air right now. I have no idea what's going on.
What the heck?
I don't know. Ogden's gonna have to tell me if we're on the air. I'm gonna say, and you're gonna have to text me. I can't even see anything. I don't know what happened. I don't know why my thing went dark. Oh, hey. Max is trying to tell me.
Next man up.
Max is trying to tell me how to do it. Yeah, that would be great if I. Okay, he said He said
I check my
F2.
emails for right now, or are you?
Yeah, you probably should. No. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I mean, F2 magic. That was incredible. Okay, let me see. Oh, there you are. Look at that. And you're like, you're lighting everything. Holy cow. Dude, you went dark there for a minute.
I did, just like watching
Max for the win.
I went dark. Max,
well, that's the one thing. That's the one thing I can do. I can follow directions fairly well. So if you lay it out for me, I can handle that. But if you're going to ask me to do that by myself, no. So did you see The Big Lebowski? Have you seen The Big Lebowski?
Yeah, but just not lately. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
You got to see it. It's a great movie. The Deuterino. Yeah, well, go back and refresh your memory.
Okay, I will. I will do that.
Go back and refresh your memory. Oh God! So what else? I don't know. I feel like of all the so 6 games, this was a game where I felt like there was the least to try and break down, because there wasn't to me there wasn't a ton to break down in this game. I mentioned the 4 plays I thought it came down to. I thought the defense played pretty well yesterday. Not great, but pretty well. I think they actually outgained Tampa. Tampa had fewer plays, but I thought the defense hung in there. They gave up a lot of points, but one was a 20-yard drive.
Yeah.
So, if they can just hold teams at 24, 25, I think they're going to have I think they're going to have a really good chance. Oh, and how about this too? While we were getting on Sky Moore, how about if you're an offensive lineman, keep your fat foot off your kicker's foot. Stop stepping on your goddamn kicker, okay? He's been incredible. As Brent likes to call him, Mucho Pinheiro.
Mucho's been amazing. And
you could get caught for stepping on his foot.
You're getting tased if you step on his foot again. Like, I'm coming down there with the taser.
I mean, all of a sudden I see this fat foot step on his left foot. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Watch where you're going.
Yeah, we got to have some awareness. Spatial awareness is the key.
Spatial awareness. But I don't know. I'm like you. After Fred Warner got hurt, I was kind of like, if they could win this, it'd be amazing. But
it's weird. I never thought they were out of the game. The Baker
Mayfield, neither did I.
Like, that was annoying.
Yeah.
The scramble.
Well, he is. I mean, look, whether you like it or not, he's a legitimate MVP candidate. Like, him and Josh Allen are probably the 2 guys right now. So, and I think you agree. We've come around on Baker. Like, I'm totally I look at Baker and go, I'd take that dude on my team.
For sure.
That guy's a leader and a competitor, isn't he?
Yep, he absolutely is. And good for him. I mean, you love hearing those comeback stories, right? It's just he's earned it. You can't fake it. He's had to go through a bunch of crap to get back to where he is and have a chance, and not only have that chance, but excel and become the leader and become kind of the blood and guts quarterback. And guys love that in the locker room.
All right, let's I got to ask you one thing that I don't know. Did you see what happened at the end of the first half in the Jets Broncos game?
I was watching it, and then I didn't think, for some reason I switched games, and I read about it. But
what do you mean you switched games? It was the only game on.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the morning game from London.
Oh,
are you sure you were awake?
No,
were you dreaming that?
Wasn't Red Zone starting?
No, it was a standalone game. It was a 6:30 start our time.
Oh man, then maybe I went to get something to eat. I don't know. I walked out because I didn't think anything. I thought halftime was coming, and I bailed, and I missed the whole sequence.
You and Aaron Glenn walked out.
Yeah, well,
so they went for 4th and 1 in their own. I probably around their own 35, 36, something like that. They go for it. I think there was about a minute left at that time, maybe a little bit more. And they get it. So then they run the ball, and then Justin Fields gets sacked. So it's like a 3rd and 7 or something like that. And they pass complete for 6 yards. So they had it at like the 49-yard line with like 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I saw the highlight standing there doing nothing.
And then they just do nothing.
That instills
They like do nothing.
You
like
haven't
at the
won a
very
game. Way to try to win.
Yeah, exactly. Like nice messages sent in the clubhouse. Like at the very minimum, don't you hike it and run a Hail Mary and just throw it into the end zone? See if maybe
absolutely. When you haven't won a game, you absolutely do. But that basically says our team sucks. I don't trust our quarterback to throw a decent pass. We could give up points before the end of the half. And some guys, and you'll know this, some guys are meant to be coordinators. And they're great coordinators, but they really aren't great head coaches.
Yeah.
And maybe it's early in Aaron Glenn's career, but I was thinking, man, the way that it started, like, I don't know how long of a contract he had, but if I saw his name on the Monday cut list in the next couple of weeks, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean,
not going the right way there.
No. Look, what he did yesterday is a fireable offense. It's not something you get fired for doing like one time, but it's one of those things you say this and this and this. That becomes one of those things you point to as to why someone loses their job. You do something like that. Then you get your star wide receiver questioning you as you walk off the field. And it's just, I said the same thing to a buddy of mine that you said, you haven't won a game. If fucking let it hang out, said whatever. Who cares if you lose?
Like, you're horrible. I thought the beginning of the year Carolina was going to challenge them for worst team, but man, they've come back. They put it together, and so you got to get better. You got to be prepared to play a game, and to completely look unprepared every week, as the Jets have been thus far, is really a bad reflection on the coach and the coaching staff. Yeah. It's just like you don't see them spinning out of that and all of a sudden becoming respectable.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I read something where it says, by all accounts, Aaron Glenn's, like, and I've heard from other people, Aaron Glenn's like a really nice guy. And I was like, look, I don't care if my coach is a good dad, is a good husband. I don't care if he sponsors Special Olympics, if he donates a kidneys to a Somalian refugee. I don't give a shit. Like, you better know how to coach. I don't care about that other stuff. If you do that on top of coaching, great. I love you even more. But you know what? If you do that and can't coach, I don't care about that stuff. Good for you. I'm glad you do all that stuff. Get off my sidelines. Get off the side of the court. I don't want to see you anymore. Good guy. Who gives a shit? I don't care that you're a good guy. I'd rather have a complete asshole that knows what he's doing on the sidelines. So to me, when people say, oh, he's a good guy, like, those are separate issues. Coaching, competence, and being a good guy. I don't care. I don't care.
No, I don't care. React to that line very similar to you, maybe a little less colorful, but my line is always, hey, I know a lot of good guys that shouldn't be coaching the Jets or shouldn't be coaching the Cowboys. He's such a good guy. That's great. I know a lot of good guys. Like, this is coaching. It's serious. It's not for the weak of heart. And yes, it's nice. It's a bonus if your coach is a good guy, or that you enjoy being around him, or what have you. But the number one thing is, does he know what he's doing? Because you're killing yourself to try to win games, and you don't want to lose because of your coach.
Do you think most people would describe Bill Belichick as a super guy when he was with the Patriots?
No, but
No.
I'm going to say this. In my time, because the Patriots were supposed to suck that year, so that meant I was broadcasting their games, and so I got to do 6 of their games that year, and so I spent a lot of time with Tom as a first year quarterback and with as a first year starter and Belichick, and he's a lot brighter than he comes across with the TV cameras. He's well read. He's a big war buff.
Military. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And he can speak on things at a very sophisticated level and really kind of funny, dry sense of humor, but his indignance for anything media was like he was trying to be a different person. Now, I'm not in the locker room with him. I didn't play for him. And so I don't know that side of him, but he's at least I'm going to say this. He's not a buffoon, not even
close.
No,
not at all.
And I know some people think he is. He's not. I'm telling you that I'll bet you this Carolina crap is killing him, but that's life.
It's killing the boosters too. They're awful.
Tell me about it. What do you think about Franklin getting fired?
Well, they're the first team in the history of college football to lose games, back-to-back games, as 20-plus point favorites. In the history of college football.
That's pretty remarkable.
There have been teams that have lost, I think, 2 games in a season as 20-plus point favorites, but never back-to-back. So, I mean, I don't. Here's the problem: that if you have somebody that comes in like an interim coach, like it was probably time to go for Franklin. They have their sights set on national championships, and it didn't look like he was going to get there. Whether he couldn't beat Michigan or couldn't beat Ohio State,
couldn't win a big game at all. I followed his whole career, and even games he should have won, they never did.
So what if you bring in an interim coach and the interim coach like runs the table or something, right? You're not going to the playoffs, but you go to a decent bowl game and all the players are like, oh, this is a guy, we want this guy. And you get like kind of railed into hiring this guy. Then you end up with like Mike Singletary, or you end up with Antonio Pierce from the Raiders, where it's like like everybody loves like, oh, this guy's great. We love him. He's a player's guy. And then come to find out, like about 6 games into the season, next season, you're like, this dude can't fucking coach. This kid.
Don't be the interim guy. Don't be the interim guy for sure.
Well, you want to be the interim guy because you can get that contract. Don't hire the interim guy. No matter what he does.
No matter what.
Do not hire the interim guy. Don't talk to your players about the interim guy.
The player's opinion does not matter.
Doesn't matter. It's like the fans' opinion does not matter. I forgot who said this. It's the greatest quote. If you listen to the fans, soon enough you'll be sitting with the fans.
That's good.
It's perfect. Perfect. If you listen to the fans, like, what do I need you for then? I'll just go out there and poll the fans. And should I sign this guy? How much? Let's poll the fans and see how we're doing there. But no, I don't know. What'd you think? I think it was probably time. I'm surprised they didn't wait to the end of the season, but who knows? I don't know.
In a strange way, I kind of respected the move because, if you're Penn State, you got to win the big games, right? They want to win national championships. They're not happy going to a bowl game. And so here are the expectations. We've never won a game that gave us the hope of that trajectory. We've beaten up on some wimpy teams, and every now and then we'll keep it close in a big game. But like his record against top 15 or 20 teams was abysmal. And so when the UCLA thing, that's not having your team ready to play.
Sure. I hated that he used that as an excuse too.
Man,
like, you're the coach.
You're the coach. Exactly. But that
the travel.
So that kind of bothered me a little bit. And then losing this next game, I'm like, they've got to get rid of him. And man, I credit to whoever pulled the trigger. They're writing a huge check. They're writing a Kyle huge check for like 50 mil.
That's a big fella.
That's a big
fella.
That's a big fella for doing nothing. And he is not. I mean, people said, yeah, well, maybe someone else will hire him. Well, I don't know. Do you want that 50 million sitting on the fishing dock catching some fish?
I would.
Think so. Well, you and I would for sure.
Absolutely.
They should get back in the game. Leave well enough alone.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's in their blood. They love coaching. They love teaching. See, I would never make 50 million coaching because I don't care that much about it. I just feel like, yeah, hey, you want to go get some beers? Let's drop some plates on some napkins, see what happens. Let's go out there. I mean, it'd be fun. If I coached, I think I'd get into it, like diagramming stuff, breaking down film, that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I have the temperament for it. I'd be like,
how does Bergie have it?
Well, he doesn't anymore. I mean, he retired.
Hey, you listen to the fans. You're sitting with the fans.
I mean, Bergie had a great temperament with the players. He did. Totally he was kind of like new. He was kind of like new school, old school. I mean, he wasn't afraid to get tough with the players, stuff like that. No. But it's so different now. It's like everything you do as a coach is scrutinized. Like, oh, he might have twisted his shoulder when he grabbed him. Like, oh, that looked a little aggressive right there. I don't know. I may have cursed at him. It's oh God, really? You got to curse? They cursed at him? Like, please. I don't know. I think I definitely couldn't coach high school. So I'd curse at the players and the parents would be like, get rid of this guy. I can.
Oh, be brutal.
Yeah.
Didn't the Browns coach get in trouble for smacking a guy?
Cardinals guy.
Oh, it was a Cardinals. Yeah.
The Cardinals guy when DeMarcado dropped the ball before the end zone. And look, yeah, I'm not into coaches hitting players, but if there's ever a time that it's okay, when you drop the fucking ball before the end zone, you deserve to get smacked. I mean, let's be honest.
It's true, but smacking a guy is kind of.
No,
I like grabbing the face mask. You got to grab the face mask and twist his head around a little bit. You're not really
Woody Hayes.
You're just saying
Woody Hayes. Yeah.
What the hell are you doing out there?
It's got to be more than just putting your arm around him and going, "It's okay." Yeah, we learn from these mistakes. Like, okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not that hard. We're not asking you to do calculus while you're running down the field. We're asking you to hold the fucking ball in your hands until you get on the other side of the goal line. That thick white thing right there. Just hold it for another quarter of a second and then drop it. In fact, get crazy and carry it to the other end of the end zone where you have no problems dropping the ball. So let's not that bothers me because I think so many times, and this is a societal thing, everybody wants to be so understanding of like somebody making a mistake. And it's like, oh, you're okay. We hate to crush your dreams. And I was like, I got fucking news for you. There's a whole generation of people that grew up back when I was growing up that got yelled at, cursed at. Some of them got hit. They got coached hard. Their parents were on them hard. And we survived. And we got through it. And we realized, you know what? When you go through life, it's not all easy. It's not all just straight lines. It's not all paved roads. Sometimes you got to pick yourself up, and you're the one that has to do it. And no one's going to be there to wipe your ass and wipe your tears and go, oh, it's okay. You can do that. I know you scored for the other team there, but don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Like, can we get some people to grow up just a little bit and be able to say, you know what? I don't need you to do that for me. I blew that. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I did that, and I'm not going to do it again. And if you want to rip me a new ass, go ahead, because I deserve it.
That's oh, my gosh. I know Don Nelson never put his arm around you and go, you know, Tommy.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
You're going to be okay. I don't want to crush your spirit or anything, but we probably
it was more like you stupid son of a bitch. What in the hell were you doing? That's what it was like. And you know what? The way I thought about it was, if he's yelling at me, he cares.
Yeah,
And like, I'll take the good and the bad. I don't need to pay attention to the curse words, whatever. I can let me hear what he's telling me instead of concentrating on the volume and the curse words. Because I think too many people get upset when they hear that and they get embarrassed. And I'm just like, I don't care, whatever. Just let me figure out what you're trying to tell me, and then I'll move on and try to apply that. But yeah, I don't need you to put your arm around me when I've been a complete idiot and I've done something really stupid on the field. Because you know what? Inside, I'm kicking my own ass because I know I did something stupid and I can't even believe I did it. So for someone to come and put their arm around me and say it's going to be all right, I don't want that, because I wouldn't do that to me. I'd be kicking my ass. So
there you go.
A little bit more ass kicking, a little bit more mask grabbing. That's what we need this for.
Grab some mask, or
grab some mask.
Be a mask grabber.
How did
what Bill used
go ahead
to do every now and then? Didn't he'd freaking scream at your coach? What the hell are we teaching our tight ends? This is real. You keep that up, you're going to be on the street.
They'd threaten you through your coaches.
Yeah. You think that went over well after practice was over?
Oh, then you got it from the position coach.
Oh my gosh. Brutal. It was good strategy by Bill. Every now and then, come on,
yeah. I know people are watching this, and a lot of what I do is for entertainment value, but yes. I do believe there's a good blend that you can get on players and coach them harder than a lot of people are comfortable with nowadays. I think positivity is good, and I think that's generally the way you should coach, but it can't be all positive. It's like when you're calling a game as a broadcaster, if you say everything's great, then what is great? Like, you got to be willing to criticize the team and call out stupid stuff and mistakes for any of the adulation that you praise a team for to have any weight to it whatsoever. And I've always felt like that as a coach too. Like, if everything's great and I got my arm around you and it's okay, every once in a while I got to put my foot up your ass and just let you know that, like, no, I got to make you uncomfortable a little bit. Because I've said this, Brent, I think all great coaches have a little bit to a lot of bit of an asshole in them. As great as guys they are and as good as they look, my buddy Steve Kerr, super guy, love the guy to death. He can be a real asshole sometimes when he's coaching, and I think you have to. You have to be that guy.
Well, I think you definitely have to demand respect from your players, and I think you have to let them know when the level needs to be picked up, or they need to get their head in the game, or they need to get their head in the playbook. And I don't think gently saying it lovingly is definitely not the right approach. So, and we've seen it. We both grew up with the same type of coaches. Yeah. And looking back, you admire and respect those guys. You understood why they yelled at you or got up in your face on a certain thing, because they saw something in you and they wanted you to, they saw what you could be, but you weren't that on that play or on that day. And they need to, hey, put you on edge a little bit, see how you respond. Most guys back in our day would respond positively. Now today, I haven't been around the kids as much, but it feels like there's a lot more sensitivity going on in and around practices and not dealing with certain personalities or what have you. And so I don't know. It's Dan Campbell certainly doing fine. Mike Tomlin is certainly doing fine. Bill Belichick had a lot of great years in New England, certainly doing fine. Yeah. So I think what you need to be is you need to be true to who you are. And that's
true, no doubt.
Pretend like you're soft when you're not, or trying to be a tough guy when you're a softie doesn't necessarily work.
Yeah.
Players know. How about your player?
How about your Texas Tech Red Raiders?
Yeah, baby. They are becoming mine. And I'm also almost about ready to jump on the A&M bandwagon because there's so many closet
Well,
A&M.
hold on a minute. How many bandwagons you going to jump on in Texas?
Well, we actually put our money where our mouth is. When Texas alumni funds the top level of NIL, I knew that was going to happen. When all the NIL stuff happened, I was like, sweet. All of our Texas teams are going to be great because everybody throws money at their football programs. Tremendous.
How dare you? All of our Texas teams.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn California kid. All of our Texas teams.
How about it? It does sound a little unnerving, but like I haven't watched a Cal or Stanford game because no one
cares. Yeah, no one cares. Cal's got a good quarterback that's kind of fun to watch. So I've watched a few Cal games this year. But like, do you consider yourself, like right now, do you consider yourself a Californian or a Texan?
A Californian, probably.
Okay.
But football season, I want to watch I want to watch games that matter. I want to watch good teams. So I am a little bit of a bandwagon jumper.
No, I know that. That's a given.
For sure.
That's a given. When you say our Texas Tech, you said our Texas Tech and our A&M. You're like two teams. Like how many teams?
For entertainment value.
No, you weren't joking.
Value.
You're rooting for both of them.
If Stanford was playing in the college football playoff, I'd be on the sideline some way, shape. I know enough people to get on the sideline. Maybe not at Cal, but at Stanford I could. And I'd have my Cardinal hat on and I'd be high-fiving Andrew Luck and going, woohoo. But that ain't gonna happen. So
that is not gonna happen.
So I wonder if when I first moved here, I had a hat like for all the schools so I could jump on any bandwagon. And I hadn't worn the Texas Tech one lately, but I wonder if I still have it. The Baylor one hasn't been in use at all.
No.
UT was good every now and then. Texas A&M is good for like 3 or 4 games every year, and then you have to take it off and put it in the closet till next year because they always choke. But somehow right now they're winning, and the amount of A&M hype is about to go off the board here because there's a lot of A&M. They're like Penn State. They can never win the big one. So I'm sure they'll lose here sooner or later, but it's kind of
the Texas Tech hat's great. It's got the double T on it.
It does.
It does. I love that. I love that hat.
Tommy Tolbert. How about that?
Absolute Tommy Tolbert.
I'm going to break one out. I'm going to find it or get one for this next show. But I don't want to jinx. I don't want to do the old announcer jinx and have them lose.
It's funny you said that when New England was the bottom of the barrel team, you went there and you did like 6 games for them. Do you remember who your partner was?
Absolutely. It's Gus Johnson is my guy.
Oh, you and Gus. So the Niners, like it was fun to see the Niners play in Tampa Sunday, a national game of the week on Fox, because you had some different, and that was Romo and Nance were doing the game. Like every game that's here in the Bay Area, because of their schedule, they're not playing big time teams. It's Adam Amin and Mark Sanchez, who I doubt's going to be doing any more games.
I'll predict that they won't have Mark Sanchez the rest of the year.
I'm going to predict no one's going to have Mark
I'm going to take a stab at it and say Mark Sanchez
will never call a game again. Never call a game again.
Probably not.
Dude, what was my man doing running wind sprints at 1:30 in the morning outside of a bar? Wasn't that a weird story? Like it sounded more than just like drinking. It sounded like, I don't know, something got into his system, whether he did it or somebody gave it to him, but like he did sound like he was out of his skull. Yeah, let's go run some wind sprints, work off this alcohol at 1:30 in the morning.
You and Bergie have never been out running wind sprints at 1:30?
Not even 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'll eventually get the story, and I will let you know.
Yeah, let me know.
I still have my connections.
You got your contacts. Yeah, it's one of the more bizarre stories.
That is, man, when I saw he was stabbed, I was like, oh man, like, dude, like, what's up? That's brutal. Little did I realize he attacked an old man.
The guy.
69-year-old guy.
We went from like, oh man, what? Oh, that's brutal, man. Mark, God, that just, oh, what a dick. What was he doing? Why did he try to attack that guy? Like it totally like flipped once you got the whole story. You're like, what a psycho.
Like, what the heck happened there? And yeah, I mean, it's not too early to be making fun of him, right? He's not like
No, you can make fun of him. It's hard to like. I feel bad for the guy, right? The guy got cut, and I guess it was a pretty significant cut to his face. So, and all he was doing was delivering stuff. He just parked in the alleyway delivering stuff, and Sanchez gets bent out of shape because he wants to run his stupid wind sprints at 1:30 in the morning and in slacks and a long sleeve shirt. Like that's why I say that sounds more than just drinking beer. Because if you look, I've been drunk in my time. I've been more than drunk in my time. I've never been drunk enough to think it's going to be a good idea to go outside and run wind sprints. And if I did, my body most certainly wasn't going to comply with running sprints. There's no way I could have even, like, if I was that drunk to think that, I would have never been able to run. So that's why the whole thing sounded weird to me. It's a weird deal. So yeah, I don't know. No more Mark Sanchez doing 49er games. So anywho. All right, I want to let you run. I need you looking good though. You got the hair looking good, ready for your business meeting.
Got a business meeting Monday. Got to look like I can't wear my scrub.
Yeah, I thought all business meetings in Texas cowboy hats.
Yeah, that's right. You can absolutely pull off a cowboy hat and boots in business meetings here, for sure.
How many pair of boots do you have?
What?
How many pair of boots do you have?
I probably have, I don't know, 5 or 6, but I've had a couple over the years. I got a couple of handmade ones. There's a place here that makes them, that's been around for over 100 years, makes them for presidents of the United States. So I've gone downtown Fort Worth. Letty's is the place. People come from all over the world. It's a year. They measure your foot. They do all these crazy measurements. And my cowboy boots fit as good as any pair of Nikes I have. They feel so comfortable, but they're a little more expensive than Nikes. And it takes a year for them to get them to you.
What?
Yeah. That's how long the backlog is.
Wow.
You get
to pick out the cow?
You get to pick out your skin. You got to pick out your skin, all the tooling. You can put your number on it. You can put you can do whatever. You could put a U of A, big bear down. You can do whatever. Like seriously, people, like it's crazy.
I'd put don't field punts inside the 5.
Sky more. Sky, less is more.
Less is more. Less is really. I'd be surprised if he's fielding punts anymore. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm like
them fairly well. There's been a couple of tough ones.
Yeah, great. He's catching him when we don't want him to catch him. Stop trying to catch him. Leave those alone.
Less is more.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like a guy who plays football for me to be able to count backwards from 5. It just doesn't seem that hard.
It's not hard. 5. And sometimes I can see a 7 or 8 yarder and going, okay, what the heck? But you can't do a 1 or 2 yard line. That's no bueno.
No, you're more than likely costing your team minimum of 10 yards every time because you might get it back to the 10. But if you get tackled into the 5, it's 15. Anyway, it's a rule for a reason. It's been around forever for a reason. It's tried and true.
A rule for a reason. That's right. It's not a guideline. It's a rule.
Not a guideline. It's a rule. Well, have a good meeting. Tell Dan and the family said hi. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thanks, brother. Who do we have next week?
We have Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
We have Atlanta at night. So I'll be back here doing the post game at night. Get the fire going and everything. It's gonna be sweet.
That's cool.
Maybe some Halloween lights.
Bergie sitting right there by your side.
No, Bergie's gonna be down under. Bergie's gonna be in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gone for the next 3 weeks.
He's like
family vacation.
He's milking the teacher's pension.
Yeah, he's still teaching.
Is he really?
He's got a year left, I think, maybe 2.
Wow.
So, although he may retire the lucrative podcasting career that he started with me.
So, big money.
Yep. If I told him if he sticks with it for the entire year, he may be able to pay for green fees for 9. I go, you're not going to get 18 out of it, but you may get 9 holes.
That's hilarious.
Tell everybody I said hi, Brent.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you next week. Have a good week.
You too, man. Talk to you Monday.
See you, Tommy.
The great Brent Joins. I don't know, how'd the rain come through? It was raining hard there for a minute. It was kind of dripping on me too. Raindrops keep falling on my head. It's kind of fun out here though, doing the show when it's raining. I like that. I was thinking about doing a segment once a week, like just the Tolbert Porch Chronicles or something like that, where something that bothers me. And the Sky Moore thing bothers me. It's not only Sky Moore. It's and I know the answer. Every time I've asked this, they're like, oh, they just want to make plays. They just want to make plays. So basically you're selfish. You want to make plays instead of doing the smart thing, which is if it hits inside the 5-yard line. It used to be 7 or 8. I guess now it's moved back to the 5, maybe 7, 6, 5, somewhere around there, because the punters do such a good job being able to deaden the ball. But when you're at the 5-yard line, you're backing up. And I thought maybe Sky Moore learned this against Arizona. Again, that led to a safety, that he wouldn't do that anymore. And he did it in back-to-back punts where he caught the ball at the 2 and the 1. And great, you're catching the ball. I get it. But like you're contributing nothing in the passing game. So if you want to stay on the football team, I need to be able to trust you can think a little bit out on a football field. And if you're catching balls to the 2 or the 1, unless I'm completely wrong, and the coaches have said, hey, look, catch it. Our offense is scuffling. Let's make sure we give you an opportunity to bust a 98-yarder. I find that highly unlikely. It bothers me because it's so easy. It doesn't take talent to do that. It doesn't take talent to not do something dumb. And the dumb stuff just really, really bothers me. So to everybody out there that's returning punts, NFL, I see it in college all the time. My personal favorite is when they catch it over their shoulder at the 2-yard line and then run into the end zone and then have to turn around and come back out, get tackled around the 3. Oh, it gives me a headache. It really does. So, all right, let's take a few comments if you want. Again, I'm not sure what happened. What's going on with my thing? I'll figure it out. Say, last season, so very young. If they can get all the other guys back reasonably healthy. Yeah. No. I think they got a good chance of getting to the playoffs, Stan. I really do. The schedule lays out nicely for them. They still have the 3-0 against the division. So if they can win, the home games against Seattle and the Rams, then they're in great position. Those 2 games right there will be massive. Those will be the 2 biggest games the rest of the year. If they can beat Seattle and they can beat the Rams, that's 2-0 against both of them. That puts you 2 games up on them just in those games, and then gives you the tiebreaker. So they got to jump you come playoff time. So yeah, those are the 2 biggest games left on the schedule. So, and I think I do. I think they're in really, really good shape. Even with the injuries, they'd be in great shape if they were healthy. Great shape. I still think they're in pretty good shape. I think I said really good, pretty good shape. Let's put it that way. because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough defensively without your two best players. Niners need TDs, not the 4 or 5. Like I get it. Let's wait till they get Kittle back. When Kittle comes back, they should be better in the red zone. He gives them another target in the red zone. He gives them another inline blocker in the red zone. Like losing Kittle hurts everywhere on the field, but I think it particularly hurts in the red zone because of his versatility. But of course, Steve Young always says it. Every field goal you kick could get you closer to losing. And I agree with that. So, we'll see where they go. Once they get Kittle back, I expect they'll be better. How did I do in fantasy football week 6? Terrible. Lost again. I can't. I drafted my man Vidal for the Chargers. Didn't play him. I'm done with Travion Henderson. He's on the bench for the rest of the season. It's over. I keep hoping, keep waiting, and Vrabel just won't play him. Plays him and doesn't give him the ball. So my guy Vidal is going to have to be inserted into the lineup. It was awesome. I'm watching the Dolphin game, and I'm like, I can't believe I didn't play this guy. I just didn't know if he was going to play or Haskins was going to play. And it was him, and then it was him, and then more of him, and then more of him. I'm like, oh. Because if I'd have played him, I think I would have won. That's always the worst, fantasy football. You could have won if you would have played the right combination of players. But, yeah, it's not good this week. Although from a wagering standpoint, it was really good. The only game I lost was the New Orleans game. Of course, the one game I liked the most, that was the game that lost. Go figure. Ticket the fire sales this week at Tennessee and New Orleans. Deals to be had. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure John Lynch is on the phone with a lot of people. I'm sure he's calling a lot of people, calling around, seeing what they have available. Max wants to. It reminds me of Navarro Bowman and Eric Reed accent. Yeah, it's tough. And thanks, Max. Appreciate it. It's tough when you lose those type of players. And you've lost, like, Fred Warner's more than just the best linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the game. Like, he's the heart and soul of that defense. Like, he's the guy. He's the hub of your defensive universe. And to lose that guy, man. Now, what little I know of Fred Warner, he seems like the type of guy that's going to be there, going to rehab here, and he's still going to be vocal, and he's still going to be a part of this thing, and he's still going to get guys fired up, and he's going to be on the sidelines, and he's going to be in the middle of everything, and he's going to be holding guys accountable. So it's great to have a player like that be around the guys. It's much better to have a player like that on the field actually contributing. So there's just no two ways around it. You can't say. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It hurts, and it sucks to not be able to watch really great players play. Yes, stew and chili season has a big end today, although today's supposed to rain all day, and then it's supposed to be sunny the rest. But yes, I agree. Once we start getting into November, it's chili season. And I like chili because you can't really do chili wrong. It's hard to do chili wrong. Just meat, tomatoes, whatever spices you want to put in there, some onions, some peppers. You can go beans if you want. I don't. I like the Texas chili without beans. But yeah, I'll be making that in November sometime. Can't run the ball. Pass rush non-existent. Healthy. I think they win the division. Current state, probably not. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I'm going to hold off on the probably not. But yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong there. Yeah, they can't run the ball. That's one of my biggest takeaways for the first 6 games. Like, Kyle Shanahan's like, that's in his DNA, running the ball, and they can't run the ball. So I'll figure that out at some point. Maybe getting Purdy back, getting Pearsall back, when Ayuk comes back, when Kittle's there, and they're all healthy, and then you have Robinson and Bourne and Jennings. Like, the offense opens up a little bit, and now the defense has more field to cover. And when you have more field to cover, it gives a guy like McCaffrey more space. Now, he has been dynamite out of the backfield catching the ball. He's been the best in the league as far as running backs goes. So he's still making an impact. Scrimmage yards are still there. But, yeah, it'd be nice to see them have a game where they run for 130, 140 yards eat up some clock, kind of protect that defense a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. No beans in your chili. Manny says, "What planet am I from?" I guess planet Texas. That's Texas chili, no beans. There's a lot of people. A lot of people, Manny, that would be disgusted by your beans talk. People in Texas do not, for the most part, apparently do not believe in chili with beans. So I like my chili without beans. More meat. But I can eat chili with beans. That's fine. But if you're asking me what I like more, I'm gonna go no beans. I like I like at least 2 different kinds of meat: pork, beef. I might throw a turkey in there, but usually it's just pork and beef. And then you got all your spices you can throw in there. Yeah, chili cheese fries are fantastic. I do enjoy a good chili. Now I don't make those because I don't make fries. Although they're not that hard to make. But here's my secret. It's not a secret per se. I just get the best ingredients I can. And the ingredients are going to mask my deficiencies in the kitchen. And that's my secret. Get better stuff, and that'll definitely help you out. So, Zippy's chili over. I've never had chili over rice before. I've never had chili over rice. Why in the hell would I want chili on rice? I don't want rice. Like I'm taking out the carbs with the beans. I don't want any more carbs. I want protein. I want beef. That's it. I want tomatoes, onions, beef, jalapenos, maybe some habaneros. I'll throw in there, and then the chili pepper, the cayenne pepper, the salt, the pepper, the cumin, the paprika, maybe some chipotle dust, and I'm definitely going to put some chipotle peppers in there. A couple cans of those. Throw those in there. Oh man, yeah. I just got to be careful not to make it too hot for the rest of the family, because Haley can handle the heat. I can handle the heat. The rest of the family, not so much. So I feel like if I do that, Haley and I are the only ones who are going to eat it because no one else can do it. And then as far as a garnish, cheese, sour cream, and fresh jalapenos. And then I'm good to go. And you can put hot sauce in there too. Hot sauce is very, very solid to put on chili. And so I know, huh? Isn't it? Isn't it? You look at all the guys that have been hurt, and McCaffrey's not one of them. And he was probably the guy that everybody was worried could get hurt, and he's not. We said yesterday the highest priced players they have that haven't got hurt are Lenore, Williams, and McCaffrey. And that's still like some good talent, but look at all the talent on the bench. But yeah, McCaffrey is the one you're kind of worried about. And I still worry a little bit about his usage rate right now. Like they use him a lot. And I don't know if that was the plan, but they're hanging on right now, man. They're hanging on by a thread. And whatever they got to do to win games, that's just what's going to happen. And McCaffrey seems good with it. And I haven't seen him get up dinged at all this year. So anyway, just hang in there. You're like that cat clawing the tree, just hanging in there. Hang in there. Reinforcements are coming. So we'll see who comes back this week. I read where Kittle's possible, Purdy's possible. I didn't read much about Pearsall. I haven't heard much of Ayuk. I'm just guessing that'll probably be November sometime, early mid-November, somewhere around there. And then that'll take, a few weeks to get him up and running. So, but it'd be nice to have Purdy and Kittle back this year. Chili and donuts? What? Black dynamite? I don't know. Why chili? Wow. That's a weird combination. Then again, I always thought chicken and waffles was a weird combination. And I still think chicken and waffle is a weird combination, but a lot of people love it. But I had chili and donuts. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of chili and donuts. I wonder what kind of chili, what kind of donuts. Because the donuts is key, right? They got to be like plain donuts, something like that. Do I still keep in contact with Nelly? Did he ever smoke in front of me? No. What do you think? Nelly was on the bench? And why is it that people hold a joint like this and smoke it like this and a cigarette like this? Is it because the cigarette's a little thicker and the cigar is like the whole hand? It's like everybody smokes things like I don't smoke at all. But like it's not like I hold my beer different. My craft beer, if I had a Coors Light, I wouldn't hold the Coors Light different than I hold the craft beer. Not that I drink Coors Light very often, but still hold it the same. No, I don't think Nelly actually started smoking until way after he retired, and he went to Maui and started growing that stuff, smoking it and growing it. He was always a beer guy, huge Bud Light guy, loved his Bud Light, and I always told him, I go, God, you got terrible tasting beer. This is terrible. And if you're taking it for the less calories, it ain't working. He looks great now. He looks amazing right now. Look at that. He got off the beer and went to the weed. Wendy's chili is actually pretty good. Yeah, I've never had Wendy's chili. I don't the one chili that I used to have was Wiener Schnitzel. They had the chili and the chili cheese dogs. I thought it was. I thought their chili cheese dogs were incredible, absolutely incredible. And it probably wasn't the highest quality cheese or chili, but it was good. It works. Like the Monster Taco from Taco Bell, back for a limited time only during Halloween season. The Monster Tacos are back. I had 3 of them a couple nights ago. Stopped in 2 for $3, so $4.50 for 3. Came home, crushed them. They're not really tacos. They have American cheese. Real tacos don't have American cheese. The meat is some identified meat. It could be rodent for all I know. It's just good and it works. The salsa is kind of nasty. The lettuce, it just shouldn't work. That is a modern marvel that the Monster Taco from Jack in the Box actually works and actually tastes really, really good. Skyline chili. Never had Skyline chili. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Dave Fleming can't stand it. Dave Fleming thinks Skyline chili is just gross. And I gotta like chili over pasta. I don't want to knock it until I try it. It doesn't sound great. Like kind of for the same reasons. I don't want to put it on rice. I don't want. I don't. I'm in the protein business, not in the carb business. So if you're gonna give me chili, I'm thinking protein, and I'm not thinking about putting it over a bed of carbohydrates. So no rice, no pasta for me. Just give me the chili. Let's see. Draymond said this to the refs last night. Free throws, 19-0. LeBron James and Luka on the bench. Incredible. What's incredible is you actually had a quote from a preseason game. Like, what kind of sickness is this? You must be inflicted with the same disease my daughter is. She actually told me that something was going on in the game against the Lakers. I'm like, what? Like, no, I don't want to hear about it. I don't care about it. I mean, good grief. We had the Lions and the Chiefs on, and we had game 1 of the ALCS on last night. But do you think I'm watching a preseason basketball game? Look, I wouldn't watch a preseason basketball game if those 2 things weren't on. I might cruise by, maybe, but I'm certainly not watching it with those 2 things on. In fact, I got to get going here pretty soon. Game 2's already started. I got to check that out. I know. He said, Vita LA said, as a Mexican, it's embarrassing that I enjoy Monster Tacos so much. Like, it really is. It's a weird, because again, Here's what I think, BLA. I think it's really almost not a taco. It's like should be in its own category. It's a taco because it's a shell. But other than that, again, it just none of it works, except it works spectacularly. Like if you tell me you're going to enjoy a taco with American cheese, I'd be like, fucking beat it. Beat it. No, I want like shredded, maybe cojita cheese on it, maybe some shredded jack cheese. But really, I don't even need cheese. I don't really even want cheese. Just give me some cilantro and onions, like a street taco, and I'm good. Cilantro, onions, a little bit of salsa, and if I get some chopped jalapenos, I'll throw those on there. Incredible. Incredible. But that's what I want. And this thing again, and the grease saturates the entire shell. It's like it's bad for you. Like it's advertising. It doesn't even try to hide it. You like open the wrapper and it's just greased through. It's stained like all on both sides, like the meat's just trying to get out. And again, you figure out what type of meat that is. You let me know. I have no idea what type of meat that is. So unidentifiable meat, lettuce, American cheese, salsa that's awful that I don't use. I mean, the salsa that's on there is good. I don't use the hot sauce. And then a soaked, a grease-soaked tortilla shell. Just again, and they're so good. They're so good. I love them. I love monster tacos. I'm so bummed they're only around for a month. I'd definitely get at least a few a month every month if they were around, but they're not around. I've never had chili in a bread bowl. Now that sounds interesting. I'm not really into the carbs, but if you throw chili in a bread bowl and then I can take the bread apart and dip it into the chili, I might be able to pull that because you don't really take the pasta or the rice and dip it back into the chili. But yeah, that might be interesting. I might entertain that. In fact, when I make chili this year, maybe I will get some bread bowls and serve them in the bread bowls. Thank you. I like that. Yeah, I don't know. I know we got some good. We got great Mexican food up here in the Bay. There's no doubt about that. Now, the best Mexican food I've ever had will come as no surprise. El Charro in Tucson. Tucson has incredible Mexican food, incredible. But California, LA, great Mexican food. San Diego, great Mexican food, especially fish tacos. And then the Bay Area has great Mexican food. So I couldn't imagine living in a place that has garbage Mexican food. I just couldn't. I mean, if you're Mexican, you know who had not good Mexican food, like not great? New York. When I was back there 20 years ago working in New York, I ordered Mexican food a few times. It's like, nah, that ain't hitting. That ain't right. That ain't no. I mean, when I think of New York, I think pizza, pasta, that kind of thing. But I don't think and maybe it's better. Maybe it was good at the time. I just didn't find the right place. I'm not sure. But I could fall down and hit a fantastic Mexican restaurant in the Bay Area and in California. But if you're ever in Tucson, go to El Charro. El Charro restaurant is just it was awesome back when I was playing. It's still awesome, still incredible. And so I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna go watch the game. I look down at my damn phone. I'm like, hey, game starting. We got 2 baseball games today. We got 2 football games today. How great is sports in the month of October? It's phenomenal. Are you kidding me? It's raining right now. Got to stay inside. Grab a big glass of lemonade. Sit down, watch some baseball until football starts. Got the 2 TVs out right now. Yeah. This is what I like. And this is what I like to do. So hope everybody enjoyed the show. You see it in the corner there, BAS, Bay Area Sports Collective. Go to the Bay Area Sports Collective and check that out. See what we got going on there. Paulie Mack and Tony Ryan. You can catch their shows over there. Rod Brooks, Amy G, Jeremy Appelt. You can catch their shows over there. What else did I want to hit? Wednesday, we'll have a show. Should be around 1, maybe a little later on Wednesday. I'm not sure. Might have a guest on Wednesday. So if we have a guest, we'll have to, maybe move around our start time. And then Friday and then Sunday, we'll figure out after I'm going to do a post-game show after the game on Sunday. I just don't know who it's going to be with. Could be with just me, possibly sitting out here. Fire. Maybe I might try to put up some Halloween lights on the awning here. I think that'll look pretty nice. I had to go hit the bunnies up too. Bunny didn't come out today because it's raining. Bunny's probably a little. I don't think Bunny's going to be in a good mood when I go up there. She starts thumping on me, like in the cage. Like she gets mad. Like boom, boom, boom. All right, I think I'm running out of stuff now. Drew will be on next week, so we'll have Drew on next week. So the idea is to have Drew on every other week and then Steve Kerr on every other week. So we'll get some basketball, some hockey, some basketball, some hockey. Speaking of Drew, speaking of the Sharks, what do we say? Blue line may need to get may need a tune-up. Are you fucking kidding me? How do you lose two games? They got a point. They took them to overtime. But how does that happen? 2 games in a row. You have the lead going into the last minute and you give it up, and then you end up losing the game in overtime. That was rough. And then Askarov didn't look good either. But, he's young, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Pull that chicken wing down. Pull that chicken wing down. I was like, pucks are going through his body. It's like, well, how'd that get through? Like, there you go. But Will Smith had 3 assists, and Celebrini had 3 assists, and it was a fun game to watch. Like anytime there's a 7-6 game, that's a pretty fun game to watch. It's just that Sharks were on the wrong side. They could easily be 2-0 right now, but they're not. You got to learn how to win. And when you're a team that spends the last few years losing a lot, you got to learn how to win. Before you learn how to win, you got to learn how not to lose. 2 different things. Anyway, everybody have a great day. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Enjoy the games tonight. We'll be back with you on Wednesday. Thanks, everybody. See you.